What's up, humans? Ken here. Today, I guess I want to talk about working out. Well, I was going to start by saying I'm 230 pounds. Holy shit, fat ass. And and uh, and every time I want to work out, and now this process kind of happens to me with a lot of things. But what happens is I know I want to do something. So let's say I want to work out. Let's say I want to play a competitive game. Whatever. What happens is because I do this a lot. Like this process is done with me through a lot of things, and it's kind of how my process decision making goes. Is I'll run it through my head first, and I run all this likely scenarios and all that stuff, and all the outcomes and things like that. So like before I talk to somebody, I'll already have planned how the conversation, different ways the conversation can go through my head. Like, well, I'll run it through my head, but the different way the conversations can go. So that leads to what I'll say, and then possibly what they'll say. That's just the way I am. I don't like surprises. I'm not spontaneous. That's another reason I don't really like to talk to people either. It's a lot more work for me than it is for most. But anyway, so what happens is, let's say I'm like, I want to work out. Gotta stop playing, gotta get strong. And so I'll run the thoughts through my head. So I'll picture me running or push-ups or, lifting weights, anything. But then what happens is, I guess you can call it a negative, thing or block or whatever, is I'll picture it. I'll start saying, oh man, you're not going to get the results you want to see as when you want to, or you're going to be working out, it's going to feel like, what the hell, or you're going to work out and it's going to hurt, or God, you're going to be tired and out of breath and sweating a whole bunch. Oh man, you don't want to do that. And, and it's kind of the same thing. Like if I'm imagining I want to play Call of Duty or something, I'm just, I'm like, man, yeah, I want to play Call of Duty, but then I'm just saying me dying a lot, getting frustrated, being pissed off, shit's not working, too many things out of my control. And then I just don't play the damn game. So this is also another reason that I'm extremely indecisive as well, because these kind of things prevent me from actually doing things. So, now for the most part, I don't really want to do too much in life, so it doesn't really seem like that much of a hindrance. So I don't really want to do anything in life, but let's say, for example, Lubu25 or Rexomaru, these are, guys I know, and other guys, Crow. You may hear me mention their names throughout plenty of my videos. But they may ask me, hey, do you want to go to GameStop? Do you want to go out to eat? Or, want to go to the movies? And, and I'll run like all these scenarios through my head, and I'll see all these people in there, and I'm like, man, I fucking hate people. And, and I'm also insecure too, but I'll talk about those kind of things in different videos. But yeah, so then ultimately I'm just like, yeah, no. Even though I may want to see that movie, I may be hungry, I may want to get a new game, but I'll be like, yeah, fuck that. So anyway, Crow is a guy I know, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm starting to get back on my workout thing. I'm doing 300 push-ups a day and everything. He's like, yo, man, if you trying to work out, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I get off work in the morning because I work at night, overnight. I say, man, I think I can muster up the strength to stay up and come over there and we can, work out and everything. And he's like, oh, man, don't try to flake out. Don't be talking about, oh, man, I'm too tired. I'm like, I'm not going to, man. I ain't going to do that shit. And so then Monday comes. Well, this happened a couple weeks ago. But Monday comes and I call him and everything. And originally I was supposed to just kind of show up there, but I didn't because, once again, I ran them scenarios through my head. But it also had snowed. So I ran the possibilities of him having to go to work, having to go into work earlier and everything. So I ran those possibilities. I call him. He's like, oh, man, I'm already at work and everything. I'm like, all right, man, I kind of expected that. And when I hang up, but I start thinking, damn, if I hadn't planned to call him, if I would have showed up like I was supposed to, he didn't even call me to say, hey, I had to go to work or anything. So anyway, then the next day comes. And I think I may have called him back that night, like, hey, man, I'm going to come over tomorrow. It's supposed to lightly snow or whatever, but you shouldn't have to go in. And he's like, all right, man, well, I'll see if I have to go into work, or not, but just call me. I'm like, all right, so I get home, call him when I get off work. And he's like, oh, man, I got to go into work. A pipe busted. I'm like, all right, then. And so I'm kind of like, all right, twice. So I figured, all right, well, I'm not going to call him this time. I said, if he really wants to work out and if he doesn't have to go to work, he'll call me. Did he call me? No, it's been like 2 weeks. I haven't heard hide nor hair from him. I haven't heard shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I get it. The first couple of days you had to go to work. It was not snow. But you didn't call me to say, okay, man, I'm off now. Let's go. So now I haven't worked out either. Now that's no excuse for why I haven't worked out. But I'm saying, as I believe having that workout partner would significantly, motivate me more. and I truly believe that. And the problem with Rex is Rex lives. Actually, Rex has a family. So that makes it hard because technically if he didn't have a family and we had time, I could actually go over his because I actually go right past his house or I'm like right up the street. I work right up the street from where he lives. So he's out and then Lubu lives in a whole nother state. So that's just not happening. And anyway, so that's kind of what it goes through. I got a treadmill, and I'm like, oh, I'm messing around the treadmill. Oh, but it's too cold. Even though technically I could move the damn treadmill in the house and work out too. But I'm like, oh, man, but then what if my stomach starts feeling like this and I'm just too lazy? I'll do it tomorrow. I'm sure I'll do it tomorrow. I've convinced myself I'm going to start working out by springtime. and it should be great to come up because it'll be warmer. I can go out and hit the treadmill because I got a treadmill in our back porch. So... I figured that, put some sheets up on the wall on the window so nobody can see me. Me not all weird, but yeah, man. And I'm just like, what the hell? I want to work out, but see, another thing is I want to work out to get stronger for me. But then that's another thing that's also a demotivating factor is. I want to get stronger, but why do I want to get stronger? Because I want to be stronger than other people. And why do I want to be stronger than other people? So I can hurt other people. And that's another reason why I kept myself from being stronger and kind of dig and get fat and let go because this is not really the world where, this isn't the time in the world where you can, fight somebody and then that's it. The fight is just that. And, now you got cops getting involved. You got people trying to take, to escalating it past that and it's kind of like, what the hell? A woman can say anything she wants to. You can't just punch her in her throat. So it's kind of like that's because other people, other guys, they're all in shape and everything because they want to look hot for girls. They're like, yeah, I want the girls, I want the bitches, man. I want to get that punani or whatever they call it. And that's not what I want to get stronger for. Now that's not to say. To say I'm not insecure about how women may look at me because I'm out of shape. But I don't want to get in shape so that they can look at me any more different because it's not going to change the fact that I'm still not being with anybody. That's just not me. Either way, I can look as good as I can look like anybody, any attractive guy. And I still can't have a chick because I'm still going to be who I am. But the point is I want to get, pretty much to be stronger. I don't give a shit about health. I don't give a fuck. Other people are in shape because they want to be healthy. But most people that do that is when they get older and they're like scared as shit to die. I don't know. I'm not afraid of any of that shit. I don't want to get in shape so my damn lungs don't whatever or my kidneys don't. I don't know what foolish reasons people use as health reasons, but that's not why I want to get stronger. And it just kind of like, damn, when I do work out, like when I was running on the treadmill at first, and I did it like every for 5 days straight. And I did it for like 2 weeks, and I didn't overexert, so I never injured myself or anything like that. And I usually felt pretty good after. I would have music going. And, it was pretty good. I didn't overdo it. One time I did overdo it. And I actually think that was the last time that I ran on the treadmills. I did overdo it. I kept running instead of doing the intervals where you run at a higher pace and then you slow down and walk at a lower one. And that part was working or what I would, things like that. But then I ran over the time I could. Cause I'm like, man, I can push past this. And I'm tired of shit. And it wasn't a very good idea. That's all I'm going to say. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't injure myself on like physically. I didn't hurt anything there, but something was going on with my breathing where I wasn't breathing right. And I swear I was like smelling smoke all the time. I don't know, because I also have this problem. You may hear it a lot through my videos where I'll snivel. I'll do that. It's like a quick intake of air. And I also did that when I was running. So I think that could have messed something up. And so it's like just a bunch of excuses and everything. Like I don't have any actual physical limitations like outside of being out of shape. Like I have no like bad knees or bad joints. I mean, just stuff is weak pretty much. So I don't have any excuse for that. It's just pure laziness or mental issues just getting in there and kind of making me like, have an excuse to not work out. And I try, you just get the treadmill and walk on it, man. Just walk. And I'm like, yeah, because I was thinking about trying to pull it inside today, put it in the living room, turn on TV, watch some Boy Meets World. Yeah, I said it. Or some Hanging with Mr. Cooper or some Family Matters. Them things are always on in the morning. But, and it's kind of made me think, I want to do a video and just kind of talk, about part of the process of how it goes. I mean, this is mostly about working out. And like I said, I'm going to have plenty of other videos of how my process goes through different situations. I just kind of give y'all a taste with the other things, but And I was kind of like, damn, you know, I kind of wish my damn workout partner would have wanted to work out. I feel like I would have really been a lot more motivated, especially once I was there. The hardest part would have been getting there. Once I'm there, Crow is he's also about being strong. So we would have did, and I really wanted to use his weight bench because the weight bench I have, I don't really like it. It's too thin, and the damn place that holds the holy crap, the pole up and everything is like perfectly placed where you're supposed to put your hands. So I gotta like put my hands either outward or inward and then pick it up and then slide my hands over. That's too much work. That's another reason. Look, just another excuse for why I'm not doing it. But I'm really trying to trim down before bulking up because, you know, it's gonna look weird. So I'm thinking about trying to do both, but just lift lighter weights, but to do cardio and some weightlifting because the weights, like not weights, but the muscles is what really is a good way to lose weight because what happens is it not only boosts your metabolism, but it also keeps burning fat after you're done working out. It keeps burning calories because the muscles are eating up the fat. Unlike when you don't have enough muscles, you know, if you were just running, it may trim you down, but you have nothing else working after you stop running because, I mean, it will build muscle and tone, obviously, in your lower part, but eventually it plateaus. But yeah, this was just me ranting and, well, not ranting, but rambling. This was more of a rambling. Ranting would be when you're angry about something. Are you going to get a couple of those on this channel? Believe that. But yeah, I guess thanks for listening. And if you know, I guess if y'all, I mean, it's not really a tip thing here. That's the problem. That's the thing here. I'm never ever going to talk about these things needing tips because I always know the many different options that I have and everything. I'm not one of the people who's like, well, I don't know what to do. I know every single thing to do. The problem is actually doing things. I know plenty of different answers to all kinds of things. I just is doing them that's the problem here. So this is, I mean, this is now about me. I make these videos now more of a getting things off my chest. Like I said, like almost like free therapy. So, yeah, I'll probably make another video tonight. I'm sitting here doing nothing at work because that's what I do. but anyway, thanks for listening, and you know, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what you would comment about or anything, but you know, I'll catch you guys later. Ken out.